The azimuthal equidistant projection map that the USGS actually uses is the flat Earth map. The azimuthal equidistant projection map that the USGS actually uses is the flat Earth map. The UN logo is another example of it. The UN logo is actually a flat Earth map, divided into 33 Masonic sections, by the way.
What if the powers that be, who sold us the globe deception, had a backup plan? What if they could just simply take the same globe they fooled us with once and smash it flat? Could they dupe us again? Are we really big enough idiots to fall for a blue frisbee? Right in our faces? Is the truth really right there in plain sight? Or were we sold a false model yet again by snake oil salesmen such as Eric Dubay, Matt Boylan, Mark Sargent, and Jeranism? These were the first 4 guys to come along and wave the blue frisbee in our face. I'm going to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that the AE map, what they claim to be the official map of the flat Earth, I'm going to prove it's not only wrong, but it has just as many holes as the globe. And anyone who wears it on their clothing, anyone who pushes it or promotes it, is pushing disinformation, knowingly or unknowingly. So, I bet you guys are wondering what sort of proof I've come up with. Well, let's dig in, shall we? Sunrise and sunset angles absolutely prove that the sun does not go in a circle around an AE map or any other circular map. If you go to suncalc.net, you can actually find out where the sun is going to rise and where the sun is going to set. And apparently in the southern hemisphere, such as Australia, they're seeing the sun rise from the southeast and set in the southwest. Even in South Africa, they're seeing the sun set in the southwest. In South America, they're seeing the sun set in the southwest. Now, no matter where you drag the cursor around in the southern hemisphere at this time of year in October, the sun is setting to the southwest. That's a problem for the AE map because that's the opposite direction than the supposed circling sun. If people in the southern hemisphere are seeing the sun set to the southwest, that is in the entirely opposite direction than the supposed circling sun. So this is a glaring hole in the AE map and model. Now, I didn't just take suncalc.net's word for it. I actually asked some friends in Australia and further south to help me run some experiments. And here's what we came up with.
Hey guys, this is Alex. Okay, I'm in Warburton, which is in just east of Melbourne, about an hour east of Melbourne, in Australia. We're about, 37 degrees latitude south, sunset. Today's the 15th of October 2017, and I thought you might be interested in seeing this. So here I've got a compass pointing directly at the sun, and it's showing that the sun is currently going down at about 249 degrees west. Now, if you know anything about the cardinal directions, you'll know that the sun only goes down in the summer here in the southern hemisphere as far as the Tropic of the Tropic of Capricorn, the sun shouldn't be down past due west, okay, which is 270 degrees. Well, it's currently way down to 246 southwest, which means that it's basically, as far as Melbourne is concerned, heading straight towards the South Pole. So I'd like to know if someone can explain that. I don't want any convoluted answers, but just a simple explanation as to why it's not up at least beyond further north than due west, which is what it should be.
Now, some folks may claim, well, the Tropic of Capricorn runs through Australia, so possibly people in Australia are seeing the sunset to the southwest as some sort of weird perspective issue. Now your problem becomes folks in Tasmania are also seeing the sunset to the southwest, and they live south of the Tropic of Capricorn.
It is the 18th of the 10th, 2017, Devonport, Tasmania. Currently watching the sun starting to set right now. My last field of view. It is currently now setting. I'm not sure if you can see that out correctly or not. There we go. You have to forgive me, I'm using a sun filter. There we go, 260 degrees, just south of west. It is the 20th of October in Devonport, Tasmania. The current time is 7:17 p.m. The sun now, on my last visual sight of the horizon, is setting at 254 degrees south of west. I've lined up my compass properly. Which I do have sitting right here. You can see clearly that the compass is set on north and it's south of west. For all you doubters out there, this destroys your azimuthal equidistant model and smashes it to pieces.
If folks who live south of the Tropic of Capricorn in the southern hemisphere are seeing the sun set to the southwest, this is a huge, gaping, glaring hole in the azimuthal equidistant map and the circle sun model. Those of you following my channel for a while probably remember I put out a video called Testing Globetards. It was in response to a YouTube channel known as Cool Hard Logic that put out a video series called Testing Flattards. Now, Cool Hard Logic actually put out hit pieces not only against flat earthers, but most specifically the azimuthal equidistant map, or the popular flat earth model. To my knowledge, I was the only flat earther to ever take his challenge and do a debunk video against him. No one else even attempted to do so. No one else even attempted to protect the AE model, the flat earth map, as they claim. Not Eric Dubay, not Jeranism, not Mark Sargent, not any of them. I was the only one to take on Cool Hard Logic, and in the first video I made, I think I did a damn good job debunking him. The problem I ran into was he punched so many holes in the AE map. I got uncomfortable trying to defend it, and I even had to admit that the map is seriously flawed. He never did prove curvature exists or that the Earth is spinning, but he damn sure seemed to prove that the map had problems. By the time he put out Testing Flattards Part 2, I realized the information he was bringing to the table was going to make it absolutely impossible to defend the AE map and the AE Circle Sun model any longer. It was at that point I decided to give up on the blue frisbee forever.
So what do the transitions between night and day look like at the equinoxes on a giant space pizza? An observer on the equator will still see the sun pass directly overhead at solar noon, so the sun must be over the equator. This means observers on the flat Earth have to observe the sun rising directly northeast. It would appear to rise from a more northerly direction the further south you go, and tend towards a more easterly direction the further north you go, but would never rise in the east. Similarly, when the sun sets, an observer on the equator of the flat Earth would see it set directly northwest, setting on a more northerly heading the further south you go, and a more westerly heading the further north you go. It would never set due west. You'll be unsurprised to hear that reality disagrees. What actually happens at the equinoxes is that all observers at all latitudes see the sun rise due east and set due west, geographically speaking, not magnetically. Flatards have three choices at this point. They can accept reality and that their idea simply doesn't work, or they can deny reality and continue living in their little fantasy, or they can detail a mechanism by which equatorial observers see the sun a full 45 degrees off where it would actually be in their world. For everyone to see the sun rise in the east on a flat Earth, we re-encounter a familiar problem. The sun would have to be in multiple places at the same time for observers up and down the world. And of course, people on the other side of the world will be watching the sun set and will face the same damned problem. All of this whilst the equatorial flatard in the hat says the sun is directly overhead. Since the sun isn't and never can be in multiple places at the same time, the presence of another simple and utterly irreconcilable paradox leads us to the only sensible conclusion: that the notion of us living on a giant frisbee is bollocks.
Here's a question. Have you ever seen the sun shrink into a dot? Yeah! Oh wait, you mean in real life? No. I've only seen that happen on YouTube videos. But in real life, I've seen it get big as fuck before it goes down. How about you? Have you ever seen the sun shrink into a little teeny weeny little dot before it disappears? Or have you only seen that on a video screen or a TV screen? Have you ever seen it with your actual eyes?
It does change, and the changes are mostly due to the atmosphere. So I can show you a picture of the sun setting in the desert where it's very dry, and you'll see the sun shrink and shrink into a tiny, tiny pinprick before it disappears into the horizon. And then I can show you another video of on a more over the ocean, say on a more humid day, the sun is going to actually
expand a little bit due to the atmosphere and then disappear into the horizon like a big ball, as many people have seen it.
So I'm in the desert. I'm in Nevada, about 100 miles outside of Las Vegas. It's over 100 degrees. I don't know if you can read that. It's 104 outside. See the sun? It's pretty damn big and it's sinking into the horizon. Now, Eric Dubay says that the sun gets bigger when it goes down because of the moisture in the air and the humidity in the air. And he says when you're out in the desert where it's dry, the sun shrinks into a dot. Well, I'm here to tell you, I'm in the desert. It's over 100 degrees. There's no humidity, and the sun ain't shrinking into no fucking dot. Alright? And I've never seen the sun shrink into a dot in my entire life, except in videos. So, those of us who've ever been to the desert, like me right now, the sun does not turn into a dot. It gets just as big as it does and goes down when I'm at the ocean. Booyah. Here it is, y'all. Can't do the circle map anymore. Can't do the circle sun anymore. I'm done. And people are gonna say, Jake, you're attacking other flat earthers. We should all be sticking together. We should all unite. Shouldn't be attacking anyone. You're being divisive. I've heard that a lot. Right now, Jake, you're being divisive. Don't be divisive. Let me ask you guys this. When you came out and you told your loved ones that you believe the earth is flat, or that you know the earth is flat, did that divide you from any of your loved ones? Did it divide you from any relationships? Anybody that you used to be close to that you're not close to? Was that truth like uncomfortable? Did it divide you from people? Yeah, the truth is divisive. So what should you have done? Should you have just kept your mouth shut about the flat earth and acted like it was a ball for the rest of your life? Should I have done that too? Fucking train. Jake, dude, we should just all stick together and go after NASA. Don't go after other flat earthers. It makes us look bad. Oh, okay. So if somebody says that the earth is rising upward to account for gravity, we should just be cool with that. They're our friend too, right? So if they go on camera and say that the earth rises upward and they say they're representing the flat earth, we're all supposed to be cool because, hey, they're a flat earther. They're a brother and sister under flat earth. So no matter what you believe, as long as you say it's flat, we all have to love you, right? So if Alex Jones or David Icke became flat earthers tomorrow, we all have to get down and suck their dick and protect them too, because we can't be divisive. See this kind of logic? It's cult-like mentality, and I'm done with it. I'm not going to take place in cult-like mentality and cult-like behavior. I'm the flat earth asshole. I don't care if I stand alone. I don't care if I lose subs. YouTube is over. They're censoring the real truth. Shit, they might censor this video. You might want to take a fucking copy before this one goes down or this channel goes down. Who knows? I don't like drama. This video's all about the drama. I don't like drama. You guys are being like teenage girls. This is drama. Yeah, I agree with that person. Thumbs up. I don't like drama. Let's all just sing Kumbaya and be friends around the fucking ice wall. Oh wait, but we can't go there because there's guards at the ice wall and they'll shoot you. Pew, pew, pew. Yeah, cult-like mentality. Cult-like mentality. I don't like drama, so I'm not gonna participate if anyone calls out anyone else that's part of my little cult group. Yeah, exactly. Because that's cult-like mentality right there. Oh, it's drama. Oh, is it? No, drama is your friend's wife is fucking your sister and isn't telling her husband. That's drama. Drama is your typical Jerry Springer shit going across the nation, right? This is the fucking shape of the world and the truth that we're talking about. You know, it's kind of an intellectual war, a war on your mind. War is dramatic, motherfucker. I'm sorry if dramatic events make you uncomfortable. War is fucking dramatic, and it's fucking war right now. They want to fucking give you globe number 2, the blue fucking frisbee with the ice wall that surrounds you. Don't try to go there or the guards will shoot you. Oh, and look up, there's your little circle sun going around you and magically lighting up all the continents correctly. Did any of you guys ever stop to think, how do all those continents and locations get their correct specific number of daylight hours? Verified, documented daylight hours? How do they get those daylight hours with the circle sun going like this? Fucking train! Jake, you've gone crazy. The sun goes in a circle around the little circle flat earth, dude. Come on. Don't you know that, man? Do your research. Oh, really? Okay. I guess I'm just dumb, but hey, how much does the sun light up on the circle map? Like, what shape does it make? Does it make a circle that goes around in a circle? Like this? Or wait, does it make a half pie shape? It's a half pie shape that goes around. So half the earth is always illuminated, right? While the other half is dark. Which is it? Is it a circle that goes around the circle like a spotlight going around the North Pole? Or is it a half pie that goes around? Or wait, is it like a yin-yang where they both have a little tail? The night and the sun both have a little tail that goes around. Is it that? What shape is it? Because specific locations get specific, documented, verified, certain amount of daylight hours during different parts of the year. So, let's say, for instance, if one location gets 10 hours of sunlight, another location gets 12 and a half hours of sunlight, and another location gets 14 hours of sunlight. Do you really think just taking a circle and spinning it around the circle is going to make all the times work correctly and light them up all correctly? Or is it a half pie shape that goes around? Or wait a minute, does the shape morph throughout the year? Does it go from being a circle to a half pie shape to being this other fucking weird shape that I don't know how you could actually ever make that unless you use magic? This is kind of a problem, don't you see? Let's explain further, shall we? Specific number of daylight hours in specific locations during specific times of the year absolutely debunk and smash the AE map and circle sun, and here is why.
There are plenty of observable proofs that prove the circle model is a wrong model of flat Earth. There's no way for the model to produce the daylight hours that are real. I mean, millions of people live in these southern cities. We can show examples of that with animations and show how it's impossible for it to reflect reality. You set the sun's reach, so it can't reach Antarctica, but it's just giving the Arctic 24-hour light, as we know it does in the June summer. Then we look at what the reach is. We look at how many daylight hours is that sun giving, and up north it's giving plenty. It's giving 12 to 14, but down south, I mean, you can pause it anywhere and you can see that along those latitudes where the cities are, it's only given 5 or 6 hours of daylight, then it's going dark again, but they receive 10 hours of daylight on June the 21st or more. This model can't give the reality. A model must match reality. I mean, it's a basic fail of the Gleason's disk model, and it's a common sense, commonly known. Daylight hours can't be faked. The number of daylight hours can't be faked. So you could set the sun's reach so it's now a lot bigger. Now it will give 10 hours of daylight to those places where they actually receive it. But on the flip side, if you look in the north now, everywhere within the Tropic of Cancer really is getting 24-hour light, which again we know is not reality. It's inherently flawed because of the time zones. An hour up in Canada is worth 20 minutes down south and you're done. So the sun's reach needs to be three times further down south. It doesn't make sense. And then we have the equidistant solstices 6 months apart, north and south. Here's two pairs of examples. Again, pause, check it out for yourself. Go check some other places. Do your own research. But this is truth. And some people do recognise that there's a problem with the daylight hours on the disk model. So we get animations like this. And clearly, what is the sun doing? What is that sun doing? You've got a dark patch and then a light patch behind it, and then it goes to an egg shape in the June solstice. And people will look at it and go, "Oh, right, well, that's how it works," because it is actually giving the right daylight hours there. Believe it or not, it is now giving plenty of sunshine to south and obviously the Antarctic 24-hour daylight. And it's all to do with simply the way they've created this animation. It's the rectangular Mercator map. You can see it's the same graphics from timeanddate.com, and they put it through a polar coordinate filter and sequenced it so it's animated, and that will satisfy some people. Say, well, that's how it works. Watch that. The sun can't light up, the North Pole there, but it can light up places much, much further. It's nonsense.
It was demonstrated very clearly in that last clip that you cannot light up a circular portion of the circular disk and get all the time zones correct with the exact number of daylight hours. And you also can't just light up half of the AE map like a half pie shape and spin it around and get all the specific number of daylight hours correct. Believe it or not, in order to get the specific number of daylight hours anywhere near correct, the shape of the sun would have to morph throughout the year, and it would have to go from being a circle shape to a half pie shape to this weird shape on the right that I'm not sure how the sun would make that. So the egg size night portion there, while the sun is making this other weird shape, I don't know how that could even be possible. And you can also see that Antarctica is lit up all the way around on that one. But flat earthers will say there is no 24-hour sun in the South Pole. So here's another huge problem. Why are flat earthers trying to make this map work by going to timeanddate.com and using timeanddate.com graphics to wrap around this AE map to try to make the sunlight hours work? If you go to timeanddate.com to get your sunlight hours to work and you use their graphics, you're going to end up lighting up Antarctica like on the far right, because timeanddate.com is based on the globe mechanics. So, flat earthers going to timeanddate.com to correct the problems presented here presents a whole new problem in and of itself.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is ODD. Today is Thursday, October 20th, 2016. I basically am just about to document something that I was going to do anyway. And I just figured that this might give you guys some insights or ways of looking at things when you're going about your research. I'm going to take 24 of these still images from timeanddate.com, one for each hour of the day. And then I'm going to convert them all to azimuthal equidistant Gleason style maps, the map that I happen to believe in, and I don't mind if you think I'm a shill because I believe in this map. Alright, I got all my images. Now I just need to put them in my Premiere. Yeah, so there you have it, man. There's that looks about right to me. So I don't know. Hopefully this helps somebody out there. We'll see you next time.
Now, when ODD tried to correct the problem of a circular sun not providing the proper amount of specific daylight hours in specific locations, when he went to timeanddate.com and then he wrapped their animations around this AE map, what he did was he created this new problem where the sun's shape that it creates with light has to morph throughout the year. That is a huge problem. And if you think that globe heads who are sworn to protect the globe are going to overlook this problem, well, they aren't.
To match basic observations of sunrise and sunset at equinoxes, the flat-width flying spotlight must create an illuminated area that nicely divides the flat Earth in half. This immediately tells us that the flat-arced flying spotlight has a lampshade. There will be 2 times per year when the flying spotlight has to illuminate Earth this way. Every day, though, it's daylight for essentially half Earth's surface and night for the rest. That leaves us with the question of what the flat-arced flying spotlight does for the rest of the year. On a spheroid, these things are easy to understand. Half of Earth is illuminated, half isn't. What does this illuminated area look like on a turtle-mounted space pizza, though? Let's unwrap a spheroid illuminated per the June solstice back out onto a flat Earth and see where night and day are. It's clearly different to the half-and-half illumination of the equinoxes that we looked at earlier. What does this mean for flatwidths? It can only mean one thing. The flat-arced flying spotlight's lampshade changes shape.
Oh my god, Jake just agreed with Cool Hard Logic, everyone. Jake must be a shill now. He must be going back to believing in the globe. No, you dummies. I'm the only one who ever took on Cool Hard Logic. So of course I've watched his videos, and the ones where he's punched significant holes in the AE map, yeah, I can ask you guys, hey, how do you solve these problems that Cool Hard Logic presents, where he kind of destroys the AE map? Well, my fellow peers, like Jaren, he'll just show up and say, wow, Jake just dropped a link to a Cool Hard Logic video. What a piece of work. Show me where IPS has done that. Show me where Patty Steers has done that. Wow, that's unbelievable. I'm out of here. This is disgusting. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, Jaron, you didn't fucking debunk him, did you? You didn't debunk part 2 and part 3 of Cool Hard Logic's videos. Did you? No, so when I post a fucking link and I ask for someone to try to debunk those certain spots in the videos, it's not because I believe in the globe, or it's not because I love Cool Hard Logic. I'm the only one who ever took him on. It's because he presents significant arguments against the AE map. Has he ever proven curvature exists? No. Did he ever prove that the Earth was spinning? No. But he did punch serious holes in that stupid map and make it look silly. And funny, when I make fun of the map, guys like you show up to defend it, Jaron. When else did Jaron show up to defend some bullshit? Oh, I remember. That's right. When I made a video saying the rapper B.O.B., Bob the Rapper, when I said he was a shill or some kind of plant, Jaron showed up and defended Bob the Rapper when he wanted $200,000 to send satellites to space. And then when he upped the ante to $1 million, and B.O.B. now wants $1 million to do any and all experiments anyone can think of, yeah, Jaron was all cool with that and defended him the whole way. He shows up to defend B.O.B., shows up to defend the AE model, and not only does he defend the AE model, he throws out these little backhanded little insults that are absolutely incorrect and bullshit. He's actually said to me on more than one occasion that the majority of my subscribers on YouTube are due to B.O.B. the Rapper somehow. Yeah, half my subs are because of B.O.B. the Rapper saying that the Earth is flat. Oh, really, Jaron? How come when I made 2 videos calling him full of shit and a bitch and a sellout, how come half my subs didn't fucking unsubscribe and walk away? Nope, they're still all intact. Sure, I lost some fake loser subs who actually think B.O.B. is a genuine guy, but not half of them, not a quarter of them, not an eighth of them. I'll bet it's pretty insignificant how many chump-stained subscribers I lost because I called Bob for what he is, a sellout, controlled bitch. And then, of course, you showed up to defend his sellout, controlled bitch-like behavior. Why, Jaron? What's in it for you? Oh, but listen to this. According to Jaron, it doesn't matter if the flat Earth is a controlled rollout or not. Literally, his words, it doesn't matter if Matt Boylan and Eric Dubay were paid to release the flat Earth in a controlled rollout. And it doesn't matter if the mainstream media is pushing it as a controlled rollout. It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is getting the flat Earth message out to the people who don't know about it. That's all that matters to Jaron. So whether or not this is a controlled rollout and people are being paid doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is waking up people to NASA's lies. What the fuck? I know a lot of people think Jaron's a great guy, nice guy. He's like the voice of reason for the flat Earth. And you know, I used to agree, but now I've lost all respect for Jaron. And I see right through his bullshit too. You're going to show up and defend Bob and say half my subscribers are due to him? That's one thing. But if you're going to show up and say that it doesn't matter if the flat Earth is a controlled rollout or not, yeah, I have a serious problem with that Jaronism. Oh, and look who else showed up to spew some rumors. That's right, without any validity, without any evidence whatsoever, Eric Dubay goes on his Facebook and starts calling me a square earther. Yeah, he also says that I think that the sun is doing some Pac-Man thing. These are two things I've never said before. These are two ideas I've never supported. I've never once said I like this map better than this other map. Right now, I have no map. Right now, I consider myself an I don't know what the fuck the earth is earther. I'm still working on the name. What I'm getting at here, people, is when you get close to the truth and people who are invested in lies then have to protect their lies, they will sink as low as being a little bitch rumor starting weasel like Eric Dubé. That's right, Eric Dubé. You're being a little rumor starting bitch. By grouping me in with other people who have promoted square maps, rectangular maps, what have you, you are associating me with their ideas when I have no map of my own. I have no model. The flat earth model in my mind's a big question mark because I don't know what it is. I know it's flat. I know it's not spinning. I know it's motionless. However, I don't have a map or a model, and I don't have to have one to point out the one that you've been promoting and pushing your whole time on YouTube is bullshit. I don't need a replacement model to prove the one you've been pushing, and the one Mark Sargent's been pushing, and the one Jeranism's been pushing, and the one Matt Boylan was pushing when he started. I don't need a replacement to prove it's bullshit. And I think you guys know it's bullshit. So it's time to correct your bullshit, or you're going to go down in flames holding that stupid blue frisbee. Eric Dubé, I used to respect you. I used to look up to you. I couldn't wait to watch your videos when a new one came out. Now, I see you're nothing but a rumor-starting little coward. I never supported any other map. You have no evidence, and now you're making false claims, just like you did several other times in your Flat Earth YouTube career. So how many of Eric Dubé's little follower minions are just going to listen to his rumors and then start calling me Pac-Man pusher or square earther? How many of them? Oh, I bet a lot. A lot of people have started attacking me now that I pointed out that the AE map is wrong and that we should ditch it. Why? Why do they make stuff up about me? Why do they make up rumors about me? It's almost as if they're trying to silence me. Funny how this works. Guys like James Jimmy Parker tags my name in a post like this. Jake Gibson teams up with Sam Kelly to push the stupid Pac-Man theory. Again, zero evidence of me ever pushing Pac-Man theory or saying that the earth is a square. So this is an example of idiots, followers, morons, jumping on board with something somebody else made up, jumping on board with a rumor and going along with it as if it's true, and then attacking me on Facebook in front of everybody. And then I see people hitting the like button and agreeing, oh, I always knew that guy was a shill. Yeah, I can't believe he's doing that. See how quick people jump on board with bullshit ideas that are made up? Again, here is my stance. I have no map. I have no model. I am an I don't know what the hell the earth is earther. And I'm still working on finding out a better name. But I have no map, I have no model. I will repeat that over and over again. And anyone saying anything other than that is lying about me, making up rumors. And that's real disinformation, folks. This is what happens when you get too close to the truth. They'll do anything they can to shut you up. Oh, and one last thing about this James Jimmy Parker fellow. When I showed up to this Facebook post to defend myself, I was armed with the video footage from Australia and Tasmania, which shows the sun setting in the southwest. I also highlighted the problems with a circular sun not being able to light up the flat earth with the proper amount of daylight hours in all the locations correctly. And when other people from Australia showed up and started posting their footage, he would just delete us. So when people showed up with footage from Australia that goes against the AE map, James Jimmy Parker would just call them a shill and delete them. So apparently, anyone who lives in the southern hemisphere, or hemisflat, I should say, anyone who proves something other than what he's going along with on the AE map, they must be a shill. Yeah, everyone in the southern hemisphere is a shill, according to James Jimmy Parker. You see this kind of mentality, folks? Cult-like mentality. Cult-like mentality. The cognitive dissonance in flat earthers who claim to be woken is astonishing. They're acting just as aggressively as when you tell folks that the globe is fake. This is a huge problem and it needs correcting. And the only way this problem will ever get corrected is if we boycott the fake map. That's right. I'm calling for a full-on boycott of the fake broken model. We cannot use it as a symbol to represent us in any way. We absolutely must ditch it forever, completely, dump it. Do you realize right now the NFL, the most powerful sports organization that I've ever known during my lifetime, is losing money right now, hand over fist. They're losing ratings. They're losing fans. Why? Because people are boycotting the NFL. The seats are empty. The prices for the tickets to the games are dropping. Advertisers are pulling out their money. You know why? That's because people across the world are boycotting the NFL. They're burning their jerseys and their NFL merchandise. They're vowing to never watch again. And it's working. A boycott will work. It not only can work, it will work. Boycott the AE map. It is basically Flat Earth Society Part 2. Boycott the AE map. Get rid of it. Don't associate yourself with anyone who continues to protect it. And let this be the warning shot to anybody who's still using that map. Go do your research into why it's wrong, into why it's broken. And if you continue to push it and promote it, well then, you're going to go down holding that blue frisbee. Because we're going nowhere but in circles with that map. Do you guys want to fix the problem, or are you going to continue to be a part of the problem? If you want to fix the problem, boycott the map. Boycott, 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 boycott. Jake, dude, don't do this. You're gonna make us look bad. If you point out the flaws in that map in the Circle Sun, the globeheads will use it against us. It makes us look bad. Shh, don't do it. This is cult-like mentality, cult-like behavior. There are flaws in the map with the Circle Sun because it's wrong. It's disinformation, so therefore you should stop pushing it. The Earth is flat. Nobody can prove that water's curving. To my satisfaction, nobody has proven with a verifiable measurement that water is curving. Nobody has proven to my satisfaction that the Earth is spinning. But they have proven to my satisfaction. Flat Earthers and Globe Earthers have both proven that that map is fucking garbage. So why are so many of you using it as your profile picture on Facebook, your profile picture on YouTube? So many people still defending it. You guys, that's what's making us look bad. When I say it's bullshit and you defend it and say, Jake, don't make us look bad by pointing out our flaws. No, ditch the flaws and then it won't look so bad. Stick to the fact that there's no curvature, right? Stick to the fact the Earth isn't spinning. We'll be all right. You start saying, we're surrounded by ice wall. There's guards that'll kill you if you go there. Woo! And then the sun goes around in a circle and it lights up everything just perfectly and magically because it bounces off the dome and stuff somehow. We think, that's not a fucking argument, and it can't be your argument. It doesn't work, all right? Now, I gotta put it to you guys like this. Alex Jones woke a lot of people up to the truth about certain things. Some people will say Alex Jones woke them up about 9/11. So does that mean we should all have Alex Jones be our friend and don't say anything bad about him because that's decisive? It would be divisive if we said anything bad about Alex Jones because he does tell some truths. You see the hypocrisy? If I say Alex Jones is a gatekeeper of the truth and he's only telling partial truths, and then someone says, Jake, that's divisive. He woke me up to 9/11. Yeah, but it was with planes actually hitting buildings and shit. He didn't tell you it was like CGI and only on a TV screen, right? So I had a friend who woke me up to 9/11. His name was Isaac. I won't say his last name. When I came out as saying the earth was, when I came out and said the earth was flat, my friend Isaac and me got in a huge argument and we aren't friends anymore. And he's the type of person I really don't want to be friends with because he refuses to look at any evidence with an open mind, and he's grasping onto the ball with cognitive dissonance. This is the guy that woke me up to 9/11 because on Facebook he said 9/11 was an inside job, and I thought, oh, I haven't really looked into that. Let me check that out. Now we're not even friends, and he thinks the earth is a ball. So just because somebody wakes you up to something doesn't mean that they deserve their ass kissed for the rest of their life. Doesn't mean you owe them anything. The term waking you up, they woke me up. Oh, don't talk bad about Eric Dubé because he did wake me up to the flat earth. Otherwise it'd still be a globe head. It's just new information. Did your first grade teacher wake you up on how to write and read? Whoa, dude, my first grade teacher, Mrs. whatever the fuck her name was, I can't remember. She woke me up. She taught me how to write letters really big and stick them together and then read them. Whoa, she woke me up, man. See, it's the same thing. It's new information presented to you. This whole waking up like it's some pedestal. Well, Matt Boylan is fucking crazy and a compulsive liar, but he woke me up, man. It's like, yeah, but somebody else told him it was flat. His ex-girlfriend spilled the beans. Yeah, Matt Boylan's ex-girlfriend told me that some bigwigs from Cirque du Soleil in Las Vegas tipped him off that it was flat and that he should run with this character. Oh, where does he live now? Oh, Las Vegas. So what if I was to go on TV and say that the earth goes upward to account for gravity? Wouldn't that piss you guys off if I represented you and said the earth was rising? And then I tried to use the circle map and I lost the debate on TV. Wouldn't that be really sad and make us all look bad? Yeah, that can happen because the circle map is wrong. Even if it stays still and it's flat and it's not going upward, it's still wrong with the circle sun going around it. It will be taken apart in a debate by somebody who knows their shit. Do you understand that? Do you understand somebody like Neil deGrasse or Bill Nye will have their fucking ammo ready and rehearsed to take apart little circle map with circle sun with ease while a studio audience laughs and claps? How well do you think that's gonna go? Oh, well, any attention for the flat earth is good attention. Oh, is it? Yeah, I think it only attracts dumb cult-like follower type people who don't look into it. They go, oh, it's a circle with a little circle. That seems easy. Yeah, that's why nobody with credibility right now wants to jump on board. Hey, what happened to Brian Mullen, the one guy who had some credibility? Where'd he go? Interesting. Oh, but we got some athletes under contract with the NFL and the NBA, and Tila Tequila and Bob the Rapper. Yeah, they'll represent us, right? Where's the person with credibility? Oh, the problem is we have a bullshit fucking map with the ice wall and bullshit that's easily proven wrong, so no one with any credibility wants to fucking come be on our team because it looks like bullshit. You know why? Because the symbol many people are using is bullshit. I even tried to tell D Marble. You know D Marble? He's a realist. And he sells a t-shirt with the Flat Earth logo, the AE map on there. It says FE offensive. And I said, hey dude, you're being a useful idiot by promoting that map and you're selling it to people. Do you realize when you walk around with that map on your chest, I can use that map to debunk your stance, to make you look like an idiot? I can use your shirt to make you look like a fucking idiot. You'll be on the FE defensive, D Marble. D Marble? Is that even your real name? Shit. Did you have fun rubbing elbows with Mark Sargent at your Flat Earth gathering? Alright, Jake. Well, if you don't like the AE map, well then where's your map, huh? Show us a better map. Show us a map that works better. Where's your map, Jake? Whoa. I don't have to have a fucking map to point out that the circle blue frisbee one with the sun going around it is bullshit. Do you understand that? I don't have to have a map to point out that the globe is bullshit. I don't have to have a map to point out NASA's bullshit. I don't have to have a map to point out that a stupid movie in the theater is bullshit. You understand that? I don't have to have a replacement to what's being presented to me as bullshit in order to prove it's bullshit. Understand that? That's kind of like saying, Jake, you have to present us with your lunar module before you can tell us that the NASA one looks like a homeless tweaker shelter. Build your own lunar module, otherwise you're not allowed to say that the one that NASA went to the moon in is bullshit. I mean, yeah, me and some homeless tweakers could build a better one, but we don't need to in order to point out that the one they say they went to the moon in is bullshit. I don't need a better map or a better model in order to point out and to prove that the circle AE map with the circle sun going around it is bullshit. Do you understand that? I don't need a replacement. If the mainstream media is helping roll out the flat earth and showing everybody that AE map and talking about it, and Obama used to bring it up, we don't have time for the Flat Earth Society. If the mainstream media keeps bringing it up, pop culture keeps bringing it up, professional athletes keep bringing it up, it's a controlled rollout. Duh. Well, what does it matter? You don't think it matters? If it's a controlled rollout, that means those of us going along with the controlled rollout are useful idiots, or we're in on it. I ain't a fucking useful idiot, and I'm not in on it. That's why I'm calling it out, because I'm a man of the truth. Do you understand that? Oh my God, ego, flat earth ego. He's all about the ego. He's only doing this because of the ego. Yeah, we don't need any flat earth leaders. We should all be our own leader. We don't need any leaders. We're all leaders, yeah. Because so many battles have been won when everyone just went on the battlefield and said, hey, we don't have a plan. We don't have a leader. Let's just all do our own thing, and hopefully we win. That's how a lot of countries won their independence, right? Was by going out on the field of battle without a plan. Everyone's their own leader. Everyone just does their own thing. Hopefully you win, right? No one ever had a leader. Having a leader is bad, right? I mean, if you go out on the battlefield and you have a plan and a leader, oh, you'll lose. It's best if everyone just fucking free-forms it, has no plan, makes it up as they go along, has no leader. We don't need leadership. Everyone's their own leader. Let's just make it up as we go along, head out on the battlefield, and hope we get lucky. Yeah. That's what everyone else does, right? No. They actually have a battle plan, a strategy. Yeah. You kind of got to have a plan of what you want to do, how you're going to do it, if you want your plan to be effective. And there have been men throughout history that have been able to lead other men into battle and come out victorious because of their leadership skills and their strategies in times of war. And I'm not just talking about war, I'm talking about business too. Are you telling me a business doesn't need a leader? Everyone's the same. Here at Amazon, we're all the same. Everyone just do something and we're all gonna figure it out. We'll all make money, hopefully. Well, there is no boss, there's no leader. At Walmart, there's no boss or no leader. Anywhere you're gonna work, no boss, no leader. Everyone just do your own thing. Yeah, that kind of mentality's really strange. It exists in the flat earth only. But everywhere else, it's okay to have a leader, but not in the flat earth. Having a leader in the flat earth is bad, apparently. Yeah, you don't want a leader to fucking take charge and take initiative. No. How about just a bunch of followers going in circle around a circle map that doesn't make sense? That's what we want. Yeah. Jake, it's the best we have. The AE map with the sun going around in a circle is the best we have. So leave it alone because it's the best we have. Really? So if I was to get invited to a black tie event, and let's just say I don't have a suit and tie, all I have is this mushroom shirt and some sweatpants. What if that's the best I got? Am I really gonna show up to a black tie event with this t-shirt on and sweatpants? Because it's the best I got. Yeah. Yeah, try that. Try showing up to prom to pick up your prom date in some fucking sweatpants and a stain on your t-shirt, and then look her in the eye and say, it's the best I got. See if you're gonna get laid that night. I shall not stand behind a symbol of deception. Whether it be the globe, or whether it be the azimuthal equidistant map, or the Gleason's map, or any other circle map with a circle sun. If it's wrong, we must do away with it. We must turn our backs on it. Ditch it. Get rid of it. We still have time to make a change. We still have time to do what's right. Let this be the end of the fake flat earth. The future starts now. If this video has resonated with you at all, don't just share it as many times as you possibly can. This is a full-on boycott. Mirror this video on your own YouTube channel. Share it on Facebook. Tell all your flat earther friends the jig is up on the circle frisbee map. We do not live on a blue pizza. The time is now to call for a boycott. You're either with me or against me. Boycott! 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 Boycott!